Hey guys, welcome, new video, and today we're going to be talking about the orange virus tune about 1 month out. But before we even get to that, I have some really exciting news. I recently got an email from Matteo, who runs Tacoma Beast, which is one of the best Tacoma distributors on the web, and he is giving me a 5% discount code to share with all of you guys, and I'll link that in the description down there. The code is Taco Sauce 5, and you can get 5% off on Tacoma Beast using my code. It'd be great if you do that because it really helps to grow my channel and raise some visibility for what I'm doing here. If you are asking yourself, should I get the orange virus tune? Before I even go into answering questions, I will say yes, you should. If you're going to run any kind of armor on your truck, if you're going to lift your truck, if you want your truck to go faster, if you are tired of the shift points being all over the place, if you're tired of it hunting for gears, whatever, yes, buy the orange virus tune. All right, so what I thought I would do is I would look at the YouTube comment section from my last video that I made about the orange virus tune, and that is by far one of my most watched videos, which is super cool. One of the first questions I got was, hey, how's the gas mileage? Has it improved? Is it negligible? What have you seen? I have to preface that with saying I'm running a 2.5-inch lift and, gosh, probably 400 pounds of add-ons, not counting when I have my tent on. So I am already nerfing my gas mileage. So before the orange virus tune, for reference, I was getting about 14 miles a gallon, which was terrible. Terrible. I was going to the gas station like twice a week. And so running the regular octane orange virus tune, I was getting about 15 and a half miles per gallon, which is pretty insane. That just by putting a tune on it, and I didn't drive any differently. I don't drive like super aggressively or anything like that. I don't drive super conservatively. I think I'm a pretty average driver. I got about 1.5 miles per gallon increase in my fuel economy, which is nuts. So I ran that for about 2 weeks, and then I said, you know what? Let me see if the premium tune is really worth it. Premium gas here. This is how I figured this out in my head. Premium gas here is about 10 to 15% more expensive than 87, and by premium I mean 93 because I go to Costco and all they have is 93 here. They don't have 91. So I went to Costco, filled up my gas tank with 93, pulled into a parking spot, flashed the 93 performance tune, and it was as easy as that. I was done in like 2 minutes. I took it for a rip up the highway, and the performance gains are immediately noticeable. While the regular octane tune, the 87 octane tune, definitely opens up your lower power band a little bit, running premium is a whole different machine. So for starters, when you run premium, not only is the car more responsive, it's also quieter, which is pretty wild. And I had gone on Tacoma World and people are saying, yeah, like the fuel pump isn't pumping as hard. I don't know if that's true or not. I know nothing about the way fuel pumps work. But the engine definitely seemed to idle at a lower idle. And even going through my gears, I didn't have to rev as high to get to where I wanted to go. And I can also lay down some serious rubber if I really goose it out of a turn or whatever it is. And I have some pretty beefy mud terrain tires on there that normally I can't break the back end loose. So that's kind of cool. Driving normally around town for the next 2 to 3 weeks, I found that I got anywhere from 16 to 18 and a half miles a gallon, which was nuts. A lot of this is weather dependent because it is winter here. It's cold. The gas stations have switched over to the winter blend, but we got a couple 60-degree days and 65-degree days, and I tracked my fuel economy, and I was getting like high 17s, low 18s, which for my truck is unbelievable. If I was still running it stock, I'm trying to remember what I was getting. I think I was getting like 19, 20 miles a gallon. If I was running this with a totally stock truck, but the OVtune running premium, I'd probably be getting like 24 miles a gallon. It was an unbelievable difference in performance and gas mileage. So I think that alone makes up for it because the gas mileage increase that I'm seeing is offsetting the cost of buying premium gas. All right, there was another question about, hey, does the orange virus tune void my warranty? I haven't brought mine in for service yet to find that out, but I did a whole bunch of crawling through the Tacoma World forums. And if you've ever been on there, you know that there's like one post about whatever you're looking for. Let's say, oh, let's change my oil. And then there's 25 pages about guys arguing stuff that has nothing to do with the forum post. So I did that for you. I went through like hundreds and hundreds of pages. And it seems that nobody can actually verify that it voids your warranty, which is good. So I won't say that it doesn't void your warranty, because maybe you're going to find some dealer who will somehow find it in your system and say, oh, we can't work on your truck, or we can't do a recall on your truck because you voided the warranty with this tune. But so far, there's nothing to say that it will void your warranty. So that's like a maybe, leaning towards probably not. As far as horsepower gains, I had another user ask about that. I haven't gotten my car on a dyno to really know what the horsepower gains are like, but I will say running premium alone, I'm definitely seeing a horsepower increase. And even with the stock tune, like I said, it opens up the lower power band, and if you put the ECT power button on, the car pulls like a train. It's insane, the actual difference that it makes. I had another question from a user asking, hey, is it going to help me if I have a manual? Because obviously I'm doing the shifting myself. I have an automatic transmission, so I don't know how this is going to help a manual Tacoma, but knowing how much it does open up the power band, I would say that if anything, you would have more power accessible to you. And then obviously the shifting's on you. So that's not even something that you would worry about. Let's do some quick pros and cons, and then we'll call this a video. So all the stuff I've talked about have definitely been pros of the Orange Virus tune. There's only one real con I can think of, and what that is the verification process for getting your tune registered with the Orange Virus Tune company. So once you get the Orange Virus tune, what you have to do is go out to your truck, flash it, and identify your truck's unique code, and then email that back to the Orange Virus Tune guys. You then have to wait for them to put your code into a system, verify your truck, and then they send you all your stuff back so that you can actually flash your truck. And this can take a while depending on how busy they are. It took me about a week. And when you pay a couple $100 for something like this, you would kind of expect or hope that it would be automated, so that as soon as your actual like dongle and software show up at your doorstep, you can just run it and get going. We live in an instant world, and people hate to wait for that kind of stuff. So that's the only real con I can think of. Other than that, this tune's been fantastic, and I've never tuned a car in my life. This was my first experience tuning. It was easy, and so far it hasn't caused any sorts of problems. And I would say that the cost is definitely justified, because this was made by a couple of dedicated dudes. This wasn't made by a whole research team, and they have to make their money back, and I totally get that. So that cost is definitely justified there. And I mean, horsepower gains, MPG games. Yeah, it's just, if you're still debating buying it, if you're still watching this, go buy it. That's all I can tell you. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. If you have any more questions about the Orange Virus tune, just drop a comment down there in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer it. And like I said, this is my 1 month update, actually a little over a month, and I have nothing but good things to say about the Orange Virus tune. If you are debating it, if you're on the fence, just pull the trigger and get it. You will not be disappointed.